Venom.
Welcome to CBR. From a villain to an anti-hero, Venom keeps evolving both in Marvel's comics and movies, due in part to his hosts. Today, we'll get into how 5 of the most popular superheroes have worn Venom's suit. Among the superheroes in Marvel movies, we have only seen Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker wearing the Venom suit. The 2007 movie Spider-Man 3 closed the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy with Peter and Topher Grace's Eddie Brock finding Venom. Yet, Spider-Man was not the only hero to have had that experience in Marvel Comics. In different series, there have been many moments when the Venom symbiote was not with Eddie Brock. Several other characters have worn the black living suit before and after it first bonded with Eddie, both in and outside of his original universe within Marvel's multiverse. Peter Parker was the first Marvel character to ever encounter the symbiote. Venom was introduced directly after the 1984 Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars storyline. Spider-Man's suit turned into his black and white version for the first time in The Amazing Spider-Man 252. After Mr. Fantastic runs a few tests, Peter discovers his new suit is an alien being. Using a sonic sound blaster, they manage to free Peter from Venom. The symbiote then moves on to Eddie Brock. The Amazing Spider-Man 300 marks the moment Venom becomes a Spider-Man supervillain. After that, there were several instances where Venom tried to rebond with Peter in this and other comic series, like Superior Spider-Man. Although Peter's time wearing Venom's suit wasn't very long even in the comics, the black suit Spider-Man remains the most iconic version of Venom outside Eddie Brock. In the multiverse of Marvel Comics, there exists Earth 65, where it's Gwen Stacy who was bitten by the radioactive spider instead of Peter Parker. She became Spider-Gwen, a beloved superhero in her own right, and her journey took an intriguing turn when she encountered the Venom symbiote. Gwen bonded with the symbiote after losing her powers in the Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider series from 2018. Although she struggled to stabilize the connection, Gwen's bond with the symbiote was cooperative. Gwen, like Peter, also feared losing herself to the symbiote's influence. However, she managed to maintain control by focusing on her responsibility as a hero, making her one of the few characters to be able to resist the symbiote's dark urges. In Spider-Gwen's universe, the symbiote's nature and origin have a different explanation, but since she bonds with the being for the longest time, Spider-Ghost is essentially Earth 65's Venom.
Okay, probably should have tried to catch that. Oh!
Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, is perhaps the most chaotic and unpredictable host the Venom symbiote has ever bonded with. In the comic series Deadpool's Secret Wars and Deadpool Back in Black from 2015 and 2016, Marvel made a major retcon concerning Venom by creating Venompool. Deadpool's Secret Wars 3 retcons what happened immediately after the 1984 Secret Wars storyline, which are the events of the Amazing Spider-Man series. It changes the Venom lore by revealing that when Spider-Man returned from Battleworld with the black suit and later freed himself from Venom, the symbiote didn't move on to Eddie Brock right away. According to the 2015 Deadpool comics, in the short period of time between leaving Peter Parker and finding Eddie Brock, Venom briefly bonded with Wade Wilson. In Deadpool Back in Black, the symbiote finds Deadpool when he's fighting X-51, the Machine Man. Venom bonds with Deadpool, who recognizes the symbiote from the brief time they had spent together in Deadpool's Secret Wars. This time, Deadpool opts to keep the suit for a while longer. The result is Venompool, an uncontrollable menace that embodies the wildest aspects of Wade Wilson's personality. His regenerative healing factor and the symbiote's shape-shifting abilities made Venompool nearly indestructible. Deadpool's bond with the symbiote didn't last long, but it added a hilarious and bloody chapter to Marvel history. The symbiote realizes that Deadpool's unstable nature made him a poor long-term host, eventually leaving him in 6, the last issue of the Back in Black series.
I am Groot!
Groot, the beloved member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, bonded with Venom in the Guardians of the Galaxy comics from 2015. Specifically starting in issue number 21, Groot becomes Venom in a storyline where the Guardians encounter the symbiote after it had originally bonded with Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson, who is Peter Parker's former high school bully turned war hero, had been serving as Agent Venom by the time the 2015 Guardians of the Galaxy starts. He uses the symbiote to carry out Black Ops missions, keeping it under control with medication and discipline. During his time with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Flash continued to use the symbiote, but Venom gradually became more erratic and harder to control. In Guardians of the Galaxy 21, the symbiote begins acting out more aggressively, eventually detaching itself from Flash and attempting to bond with the other members of the team. When it attaches to Groot, the transformation is unique. A sentient tree with immense strength and regenerative abilities, the venomized Groot is a massive, terrifying hybrid of wood and black alien biological material. Naturally, Groot struggles to control the symbiote's violent urges. Their bond also didn't last long, but remains a memorable moment in Venom's trajectory. Later, the 2017 Venomverse storyline once again had the Guardians of the Galaxy meeting with Venom. In this story, multiple versions of Venom from across the multiverse come together to fight a common threat known as the Poisons. Venomverse 4 shows a version of Groot who is bonded with the Venom symbiote in an alternate universe. In this issue, Venomized Groot plays a key role in the battle against the Poisons. Carol Danvers, also known as Ms. Marvel and later Captain Marvel, had a brief but intense experience with the Venom symbiote during the events of the 2010 series Siege. During the Siege storyline, Norman Osborn's Dark Avengers attacked Asgard. Venom, who was then bonded with McGargan, the former Scorpion, was causing problems, so Captain Marvel and Spider-Man teamed up to stop him, with Carol using her cosmic powers to rip the symbiote away from Gargan. However, the symbiote quickly latched onto Carol, turning her into a version of Venom unlike any other. With her cosmic abilities merged with the symbiote's powers, Carol became an immensely dangerous threat. Her strength, flight, and energy manipulation were amplified by the bonding, making the situation an ever bigger problem. Thankfully, Carol's strong will allowed her to fight back and free her body from the symbiote's control. She tricked it into using her powers too aggressively, causing it to separate from her and return to Gargan. Carol's brief moment as Venom was a terrifying glimpse of what could happen when a host with such immense power wears a symbiote suit. Though she quickly regained control, the incident showed that even the most powerful heroes can struggle against Venom's corrupting influence.
Venom Hulk!
As you can see, Venom's history in comic books is filled with different superheroes temporarily bonding with the symbiote. In fact, there are many more beyond just the 5 we have analyzed today. We have briefly touched upon how heroes like Doctor Strange and Black Panther had a venomized version in the multiverse.
Become the symbiote supreme! Never survive!
What is your favorite Venom encounter with a superhero? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching CBR.